let's talk about Pokemon Moon. Hey, what's up guys, it's Danny, and this is my review on Pokemon Moon. Now, I just finished this game yesterday, and I think I confused some people. I think they thought I was, ranting about the game as a whole, but I was not, and I'll get into that. Pokemon Moon takes place in a new region called Alola, which is similar to Aloha, obviously. And it seems like it's just very Hawaii themed, the whole game is. At first, I wasn't too sure if I was gonna like that or not, but I ended up actually loving it. And it's probably one of the best Pokemon games I've ever played, to be honest. And despite my rant on the ending of it, and what I mean by that without spoiling it is there's like 30 minutes of cutscenes and dialogue. It just took way too long at the end. But, I don't know why I keep holding this up, so I'm putting it down. Anyway, it was just a lot of dialogue, and I guess you just have to be careful when you play towards the end. Because I was trying to go to sleep, it was like 4 in the morning, and it just kept talking and talking and talking and talking. And then I thought Lily led me to the legendary, it caused me to lose it forever, but then people told me on Twitter and on Facebook and on YouTube that you actually can go back and try it a second time, and I did go back to that legendary and caught it. So there's that, and there's 4 of these legendaries. I only have 1, so I still have 3 left to get. But in terms of gameplay, very nice. The battle scenes are a little longer than I think they should be, but it's not, you're not gonna be bored. It's just that some of the animations, while very impressive, after about the 13th or 14th time seeing them, gets old. It gets old pretty quick. And I'm not the only one to say that. The storyline is cool, kind of weird. Just because it's not the traditional Pokemon storyline. But it's very interesting. So I know that this game deals with a lot of science experimentation with Pokemon themselves. To where there's different dimensions and portals and wormholes, and that's all I'm gonna say about it because I'm not trying to spoil it for you. But the gameplay it's nice. The story's pretty good. The Pokemon, some of them are designed kind of cheap looking, I think, but there's others that are designed really well. Some are really impressive looking. You will also notice that they have this new thing where basically different regions have different looks for the same Pokemon. Like, I know we're all used to the traditional Vulpix, right? And Ninetales, and how they're fire Pokemon and they look like foxes, And the Alolan version of Vulpix and Ninetales are still foxes, but they're not fire, they're ice. Which is a really interesting twist on that. Same thing with Sandshrew and Sandslash. They're normally, ground, I guess? I think is what they used to be, And in this game, they have ice versions of both. And they call the traditional Pokemon that we're used to, they're called Cantonian, which is, the Kanto region, which is the very first Pokemon games. So what's cool about this game is while they have new versions of old Pokemon, they still have the old traditional versions too that you're used to. So it's very, very cool. It shows you, it's almost like, Pokemon have a different race, that are the same. So you've got the traditional, excuse me, you've got the traditional Vulpix, traditional Sandshrew, and then you've got the new versions, which are totally different types, And another thing I've noticed over the years, and it's not just with this game, is that there used to just be one type of Pokemon per Pokemon. They would just be one type, and now we've got things that are electric but psychic, or ground and water, or it's getting really, they're really mixing it in fire and dragon. In one Pokemon, I have a Pokemon that's fire and dragon, and it's pretty tight. Gyarados is water and dragon, which is pretty cool. And this isn't the first game to do this. It's just getting so mixed now, which means the whole atmosphere, the whole system of Pokemon is getting more and more complex, and it's making it more interesting and difficult. Because before I had it down. When I was a kid, I had it all down. What did what worked with what. Now it's like, you know, you're just, here's a good example, you know, and normally my electric types would be great against a water Pokemon, but I ran into a water Pokemon that was also ground, and it didn't, the electric type sucked because the ground part, it didn't matter if it was part water, the ground, you know, counteracted my electric attacks. I'm like, oh, I gotta step back. So, you know, luckily the Pikachu I had also had psychic powers. So I was able to use psychic and defeat that Pokemon instead of using electricity, which is just a whole new spin on it, and I love it, you know? It is difficult, it makes you frustrated at times, but at the end of the day, it is very, very well done, in my opinion. So the fighting system alone is cool. Now, what I want to talk about is something I discovered last night. It's called Wonder Trade, okay? And so Wonder Trade allows you to trade any Pokemon for any Pokemon, anywhere in the world, as long as you got a Wi-Fi connection. So I tried this out, and I actually ended up with all 3 starter Pokemon in my game now, and it's amazing. So last night I tried this out. I had a Sparrow, so I put a Sparrow up for trade, right? And it's just totally random what you're gonna get, you know. And that's the fun of it. I was on this thing for 4 hours last night doing Wonder Trade, and I have so many more Pokemon now in my Pokedex. It's great. So I traded my Sparrow, right? And guess what came back? A Litten. A Litten is one of the 3 starting Pokemon that you can't catch in the game. I already had a Litten, which was now a Incineroar, but now I have another Litten, and I have another one, and then I got the starting Owl, which is the grass Pokemon, the starter grass, and then the starting water Pokemon, which is, I don't know what it is, but I have all 3 now, and it's nice, you know, it's so cool. I got a Cubone from it, I got a Meowth from it, a Alolan Meowth. I had the regular, I didn't have the Alolan. And I got other things too. I got Porygon twice, that was cool. I got Cubone, I think I already said that one. So I'm gonna turn that into the Alolan Marowak. So, but yeah, it's fun. Wonder Trade alone is fun. And yeah, just the game itself is well done. So definitely, if you're thinking about Pokemon Sun or Moon, I got Moon. You can get Sun, but you get different legendary. This is Nebby, or whatever his real name is, but I kept his nickname as Nebby. Anyway, I love this game. I can highly recommend it. And now that I'm done with the story on that, I'm gonna keep playing it, but I'm actually going to start Pokemon Y now. So, this is the one before Pokemon Sun and Moon. They had X and Y, and this is Y. So, I picked Y, obviously, because of the legendary on the front. So, yeah, that should be fun. So there you go, guys. I highly recommend Pokemon Moon, Pokemon Sun, 3DS. They have some 3DS moments, but mostly it's just a 2D game, which you really don't need 3D for Pokemon anyway. So, but yeah, there you guys go. If you have any questions, just leave a link or leave a comment below. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Take care.